We have witnessed a disaster. Luna, UST have completely gone to zero. This is horrible. We are talking 2008 housing crash bad. We are talking about the internet bubble bad. We are talking about Enron. You guys heard of Enron? This is like that. It's very, very bad. Over $200 billion has been wiped off the planet, so we must talk. What's the game theory? What are the next 10 steps? Because when something bad happens, you guys know, bad events, and I don't mean to equate this with stuff like 9/11 or wars or stuff like that, but anytime there is a really bad event that you're just like honestly shocked, you're like, what? Like, I never could have anticipated this. A lot of people make a lot of money, and I don't know why I just said 9/11. I didn't mean... Good Lord, this video is off to a weird start, but man, it is just, it's bad. I mean, I've been talking with all my friends and I've been like I was shaking for like 2 days. Like I couldn't believe that it went from $96 a couple weeks ago to less than zero. Luna is currently trading, and I got to move my face for this one, guys. You got to see this. Can you see this in the bottom right-hand corner? Can I make this bigger? I don't think I can. 0.0000001. People lost everything, guys. I'm not talking like they lost some of their money. Like there's so many horror stories. Like, if you're one of those people that lost everything, man, please reach out. Please don't do anything crazy. Like, this is one of the things that has made people do like crazy stuff. Like, it's bad. It's very, very bad. We have UST here that did the same exact thing. UST is supposed to be worth $1. It is worth 12 cents right now. This is a dollar stable coin. It is. I just can't, I don't know what to say. I'm trying to talk in a serious voice here, guys, because it's worth 12 cents. And when you see something like this, when you see this much wealth taken off the planet, there are certain things that come next, which I'm going to talk about in this video, that we can capitalize on. So let's try to make some of this money back, for the love of God, for those people that lost money, because I even lost money on this too, guys. Like, it's not great. So if you're ready for that, please smash the like button. Please share this with someone who's ready to continue onwards. Even in the face of all of this madness, if we band together and we focus, we can capitalize, because there are some things that are pretty much guaranteed to happen next. Ready? Here we go. Number one is regulation. Okay, my face is huge over here. Man, I need to get a haircut. Regulation is coming. When you see something like this happen, this is not like a small cryptocurrency like a shit coin that just went to zero. This is a top 10 crypto. Luna was in the top 10 and it went straight to zero. When we have a stable coin that's supposed to be worth $1, that everyone is trusting to be worth $1, go to zero, the first thing that happens is, you just know this, the governments are coming. The regulations are coming. And the day after this happened, this chick is Yellen. She's very important in our government, is talking about this and talking about stablecoin rules. We have Republicans. We'll get into that in a second. But basically, I have another one here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Basically, people are calling for global financial regulation by the end of the year. A very important person in crypto is calling for global financial regulation of crypto. And I know they've been calling for this for a while, guys. And you're like, they're always saying they're going to regulate it, but they never do anything. Well, I think they might have a weapon in their tool belts. They might have a reason to actually regulate now. And all they have to do is pull up this chart. That's it. And so, guys, there is going to be a cap on whatever run that we have here for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. Like, maybe we have some bounces along the way, but you know that along the way, regulation is coming, and it's coming hard. So that's one thing that we know for sure. In the beginning of this video, I'm just going to try to map out all of the things that we know for sure, and then we're going to use those to make a strategy. Does that make sense? If you're with that, please smash the like button. Okay, so I'm going to draw this on here. Hopefully I can write today. The first one that we can count on coming is regulation, right? Regulation is coming for Bitcoin, for altcoins, particularly altcoins and stable coins. It's coming. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing that I know after this event, this crazy event that happened, is the same stuff we've been talking about, which is the money printer, which is the money printer. Jerome Powell, he's the money printer man, right? You guys know who this is. There have been memes about him for years. He prints the money, right? This guy. Well, here's the deal. His role has changed. And I've been talking about this for 3 months on this channel. So I hope this saved you a lot of money, because I've been telling you for 3 months to get out of altcoins, to get out of probably way longer than 3 months. It's May. I've been telling you since December 1st to get out of all these coins, get out of Bitcoin, get out of everything, because ever since the top up here when inflation peaked out up here, and I didn't call it till December 1st, but it peaked out in November. This is when Powell decided that he was not going to be money printer Powell. He was going to be inflation stopper Powell. Does that make sense? This man wants to leave a legacy, and so he just got confirmed for his second 4-year term. He has 4 years more. Look at how old this dude is. This is the last thing, the important thing that he is going to do. And read this headline because I think this is so important, okay? It says, he's confirmed for a second 4-year term. For the first time, he has acknowledged that high inflation and economic weakness overseas could thwart his efforts to avoid a recession. Basically, what he has said over and over again, guys, is that I am going to personally bring down inflation, which means slowing down this money printer. I'm going to slow this down so you guys can visualize this. He has said this over and over. I will slow down this money printer in order to bring down inflation. And now he is even acknowledging that he might not be able to avoid a recession by doing this, but that he's still going to do it anyway because the alternative is worse. People want to leave a legacy for their children. People do not want to be... Jerome Powell, in my opinion, does not want to go down as the guy who caused the United States to go into hyperinflation and US dollars to be in the streets like... in wheelbarrows to pay for a cup of coffee, okay? He's not going to do that. So he is going to slow down this money printer. So we also know that there's a second cap on Bitcoin, and that cap is inflation. So basically, I'll just put on the chart over here so that we're keeping track of things. The things that we know, regulation cometh. We also know that inflation is going to go down. It has to go down. Or else it just has to go down, which means money printer, I'm going to put money printer also go down. Okay, that is guaranteed to happen. So now we know 2 things are going to happen. That's really helpful. The next thing that I think is going to happen is repercussions that we can't think of. Okay, I just want you to read some of these headlines. Luna founder's wife is under emergency protection after crypto market death spiral plunging coin to $0. So Do Kwon's wife is under a protection because people are trying to get revenge for losing everything. This is serious stuff, guys. I lost my life savings. Terra Luna's cryptocurrency collapses 98% overnight. I'm actually surprised this isn't already like bigger news than it is. I think that there will be documentaries about this. This will be global news for months and months and months and months, and it's not going away. So my point with this one, guys, is that it's been like 2 days, right? Like it's been 2 days since we've seen one of the worst collapses in the history of markets. This is one of the worst things that I've ever seen in my lifetime. I don't know about you guys, but that's one of the worst things ever, wiping $200 billion off the planet. And so to say that, we're at the bottom or Bitcoin has bottomed or we had capitulation, I don't think so. I don't think that the market is able to price in the effects of this much anger, this much sadness, this much pain in one day. When something bad like this happens, I'm not saying that I'm comparing this to 9/11, guys. It's just the first example that came to my head. When 9/11 happened, we did not realize the repercussions of that, right? We did not think that, we'd be in a war with whoever for X amount of years instantly, right? We didn't know. It just happened. We felt sick to our stomachs. Everyone was scrambling. And then all these other subsequent like ripple effects happened, right? And so when very bad things happen, I feel like there will be some kind of crazy stuff out of left field, probably regulation, but it could be, I'm just kind of putting this under like crazy things that we can't predict, okay? This would be my third category. I think that something could come out of this, like a big country banning Bitcoin or the US like doing something crazy with crypto, like, nope, you can't have crypto. You know what I mean? Like, I see something coming from this that's so unexpected and so like nasty as a response to something that was also nasty that we can't predict. So I'm just going to put something unexpected here. I'm going to put Black Swan. You guys know what a Black Swan is? It means unpredicted crazy event, because we had one Black Swan, but now there's going to be other Black Swans coming as a response. You know what I'm saying? So I know that one's not as clear, but I just think that you need to plan for the unexpected when you have something like this happen, and don't listen to people that are like, it's all priced in. How can it be priced in? Because no one has ever seen anything like this before. This is so crazy. You know what I mean? Anyway. Okay. And the next one, guys, that I want to, and this starts to move into like kind of a positive direction here and how we can start to play this move. If you're excited about that, please share this with one person. You guys know that my sponsorship with BlockFi runs out after the end of this month. Go to blockfi.com/ bitcoin.com/Kale if you want to earn interest. So the only way that people are going to see the show is if you share it, guys. There's no sponsors. There's no nothing. This is just me and you. This is just a community trying to help each other and make money. Speaking of a community, 2+2 Genesis. Wow, I really have great transitions. Speaking of, go buy one of these NFTs, hang out with us in Discord. We have an amazing community. We have tokens. We have all kinds of crazy stuff happening. Whitelists. It's amazing. It's one of the best communities on the internet. And it's also one of the best places to spend time when this market is this crazy. I post all my trades live in the Discord if you just own one of these NFTs. So go buy one. But anyway, that's what I got for the Thunder Hips. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the good stuff. You guys ready for the good stuff? This is where I think this is where it's headed, right? We have these three factors. I will just say there's more than this, but we have regulation coming, right? We have an inflation at all-time highs, and we have the money printer stopping going burr, and we have a black swan event possibly on the horizon somewhere that we can't predict, right? Now, overall, where do I think this is going to land? This is a great thread by Cantor and Clark. If I had to guess, I would say that by the end of Q1 2023, Bitcoin is going to be doing well again, and the trend can be extrapolated with much more certainty. Right now, we don't know, right? There's too much unknown. The market is going to defer to safety. This is the key line right here. The market is going to defer to safety. ETH and Bitcoin will suck market share. Whew! I hope you stay till the end of the video because this is the key, and this is where I have the most conviction right now. I think that human behavior is very clear here. When you see something like this, when you see a meltdown in Luna and you see a meltdown in UST, you see $96 to less than a cent in one day. People are not, well, I wouldn't say people. I would say normal average retail. Retail will still buy this shit, right? Because retail is crazy. Retail, get rich quick, all that stuff. Retail, get rich quick. You guys know what that means? These people will still buy this shit. They'll still buy all these coins because, they want to make money fast, and they're like, they're just not educated. And honestly, this was me at some point. I was buying all these shit coins too, and they were working for a while in the bear market. However, the institutions are done. The institutions, in my opinion, are not going to forget this. Okay, how can they invest other people's money, with a conscience when this has happened to a top 10 coin? How can they? I don't think they can, guys. I think that the big money is done with these altcoins for the very, very long. I don't know, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years even. They're done. There's no more altcoins for these institutions because they have a responsibility to the people whose money they are investing. And when you see something like this happen to a top 10 altcoin, you can't realistically say, oh, it's too big to fail. It can't fail. There's just no way. It's impossible. I made a thread about this, but it's the same thing. It's like this. This exact day last year, Bitcoin dumped on the same day, 2 years in a row. That's kind of weird, don't you think? I'm never buying Bitcoin again. That's what I said. But me today, maybe the maximalists were right. I think they were right, guys. I made a whole thread about this, but I want to buy these altcoins for these bounces, but how is big money ever going to buy these things again? The maximalists were freaking right, man. If a top 10 altcoin can go to zero in 3 minutes, nothing is safe. Nothing is safe outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. These old people, the big money, the retirement funds, they are not going to buy this shit anymore, okay? So I think the alt market takes a backseat for years, and I think that inflation is insane, like I said already, right? Inflation is insane, so that money is going to go somewhere. It has to go somewhere, but it's not going to go into altcoins. It's going to go into Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? And it can't go, even stocks are so volatile. We have Netflix down 85%. So I'm starting to give you guys the conclusion here. Do you see what I'm doing? We started out with these facts, right? We have regulation coming. We have inflation that's too high. We have the money printer going down, and we have a black swan event on the horizon. And we know that altcoins are going to have less bid. They're going to have less money coming for them from institutions, from the big money. They're just not going to go up as much. But ETH and Bitcoin will benefit. So what is my strategy to win? How do we win this market? Well, first and foremost, we just have to be patient. If you're not going to short, you have to be patient and understand that over the long term, this chart is going to look very different. Everything outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think, will always be in the top two. I hope, I pray. If it's not, we're going to have, a lot more hard times ahead. But these two, I think, have established themselves as the only safe havens in crypto. And everything else on this page is going to just flip-flop. nothing safe, retail only. And so in my opinion, what can you do is you can try to time the bottom. I know that sounds crazy, but if you're in a community like ours, you can try to wait for Bitcoin to get to $20,000, like I've been saying is possible for 3-4 months here. You could try to wait for Ethereum to get to $1,000, $1,300, like I've been saying is possible for 3 to 4 months now. You guys didn't believe me for a while, but now you're starting to believe me, right? When you see a chart like this, you start to believe that maybe Ethereum could actually go to $1,000. You know, it was trading. You know that Ethereum was trading at $220 at the start of COVID. I don't know if I can scroll back that far. Am I on a daily chart? Yeah. $220 back here at the start of COVID. Where is it? Right here. March 2020. Let me just prove it to you. Yeah. $220. So if you don't think that Ethereum can go back to $1,000, I think that you're overestimating you really aren't scarred by what just happened. We just saw a coin just take $60 billion off the face of the planet, and you're telling me that there won't be repercussions for that? I think there will be. And so, number one, we can be patient. We can try to time this bottom, and we're able to buy the most Bitcoin and Ethereum possible at the very bottom, and then just ride it up, right? Because we are going to get a generational buying opportunity. Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to get that institutional bid again. And we will get to 100K Bitcoin. We will get to $10,000 Ethereum, and you will be able to safely hold those. I think that is the play, guys. Buying stuff that you believe in. And I personally, it sucks to say this, guys. I really don't want to say this because I think that altcoins are cool. I think they are innovative. I think they are actually doing cool things. But I don't care about what is cool. I care about what the institutions are going to buy. I care about what big money is going to buy. And maybe the maximalists were right. Maybe it's time to become more of a maximalist. Maybe it's time to become Bitcoiners and Ethereum people, whatever they call themselves, right? Because other than that, man, you're just gambling. Like, it's clearly just gambling. Look at this. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to not change my mind? You not want me to tell you guys the truth? If I was only doing if I only could pick one thing for you guys to do, I would just say wait. Wait out the summer and buy Bitcoin and Ethereum closer to the bottom. Like, that's going to be the best long-term play. In the meantime, what else can we do? Well, we can start to short these altcoins like Ethereum, like AVAX, like Solana. These coins, guys, are worth still way too much money. They are still huge market cap coins. Let's check out the market cap. Like, I want to talk about like Solana for a second. Okay. Why is Solana any different than Luna? No offense to Solana. I'm sure it's a great project. I'm sure there's lots of cool things. I'm not saying that it's not physically different. Maybe it is different. I'm saying in the minds of some old person, right? Some big hedge fund investment manager, Warren Buffett type, right? How is this shit any different than Luna? It's not. And so when this thing is still worth 16, 17 billion dollars. I mean, I know it was up here at like 35 billion, but there's a lot of room for this thing there's a lot of money for this to be sucked out, right? And so I think we could definitely short Solana and AVAX at certain levels, and I will be posting all of my trades in the Discord live. So if you're interested in that, make sure you jump into 2+2. I think that's probably long enough for today. Hey guys, I gotta ask in every video, because thank you so much. These videos are actually doing better now. And I think that's because you guys are sharing the show. If you could share this with one person who it will help, who has been hoodwinked, who has lost money, who is sick of all the bullshit in the market and wants to hear the objective truth, please just send it to them, because I'm not doing this for my own good. I'm not making any money off this. Like, I don't have any more sponsors. The NFT project, guys, like, if you buy one of these, all the money that we make from people buying this, we just put back into the project at this point, right? Sure, I've made money on this in the past, but I'm not trying to get you to buy this because, oh, it's going to make me money. Like, none of this makes me money, guys. We're reinvesting into this project. So if you are ready to be awesome, share this with someone, join our project. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm ranting now. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.